Hey, this is PT Sean, and I guess I'm just here to talk about racism. Like, all seriously, I've been trying to make this video all month, and hopefully, I got it out this month. You know, the month of February, that is. And like for Black History Month, I thought we should talk about racism. What it means, what it means to other people, and what is it about? I mean, I'll look up definition. It's pretty much prejudice to a whole different demographic group or race, being you superior or inferior to another. And definition to me, in my point of view, it just means the lack of knowledge of other race or culture. I guess you can say negligence of knowledge of a different culture. And I think everybody just a little bit racist because they don't know about every race, all the ins and outs about it. I feel like racism is on a whole new high in this country right now. A lot of people worry about it, a lot of people get extra sensitive. A lot of people calling out racism. It's not really there, or probably is there, but all I know is racism really didn't hit me that much. So I decided to go out on the streets to ask a whole bunch of random people and a couple of my friends that I know to ask them about what is racism to them, can you solve it, and do you think Black people are racist? Because you'd be surprised if you don't think that can be. Alright? You on the streets? Alright, so what is your opinion about racism? What is it to you?
Totally and utterly believe that there was a generation that experienced racism in a different form, in a different fashion, but we are still experiencing racism in a new form, in a new fashion, where it's where back in the day everything was, I guess you can consider it like the South, where it was right into your face, compared to the East, where it was behind closed doors. And right now, it is continuously to be behind closed doors, with people always speaking out and saying how racism needs to stop and how we're not racist, how we're colorblind.
Where racism is ignorance. Basically, like, you not know something, or you kind of like you just hear from other sources that's not really valid,
Right.
and you just believe it to be truthful when really it's like, nah, you feel me? So it's like ignorance.
Right.
Separation, definitely. It causes people to just, feel me, like, instead of coming together, it causes them to like bring friction.
It means to me disagreeing with another race. Not, disagreeing, not trying to help the other person, and just bad. It's just bad.
It's bad.
It's bad. Just bad.
To me, it's something that I do not personally experience very often, but I have had friends who've done it, and I've had to support them and be there for them as they've gone through those kinds of experiences.
It's an issue that's been going on for generations, like cultural aspect.
It's a big issue. I know I've experienced it, not as much as I know other people have,
Right.
but it's the worst feeling ever.
Right.
And I would hate to do that to someone.
It sucks.
I believe racism is just a terminology, that's certain terminology that people use to categorize a feeling. A derogative feeling, a feeling of coming from disappointment and aggravation, you know what I mean? From where it stemmed from, I'm looking at from where racism stems from, 400 years of slavery as being black males on the planet. Just being in America alone, I want to say racism has taken its toll on a lot of people, a lot of different people, and their ancestry and their history as just being a human being. It doesn't have to be necessarily even be black people. Any person of general color or minute minority.
Racism is someone that, like, I feel like people think that racism is just towards black people, but there's people who are racist to white people, Mexicans, Asians. Like right now the coronavirus is going around, so everybody's like, ooh. I feel like that's a form of racism because anybody could have went over there and caught it. So just, I don't know. Just different forms of it, and I feel like people need to educate themselves more on what it means.
Being unfair to someone simply based off of their race or their racial background.
Yeah, discriminating against someone just from the color of their skin or the difference in their look or appearance.
The word racism. It means hating against another race that could be your own or could be a different race than yours.
Do you think that can be changed or anything?
Absolutely not.
I feel like it's possible, but
Highly unlikely.
I feel like it depends on like whether the person who is racist wants to stay ignorant or become more informed and stuff.
No, because people's heart's not right.
Yeah, probably in like a utopian society.
Honestly, no. And I say no because there are people that still have that mindset.
I don't know if it'll ever go away forever, but there are definitely steps we can take to keeping it down to a minimum.
I don't think you'll ever get rid of racism, simply because there are just people who, no matter what, will never change their mind.
All right.
But I think what you can do is just minimize it as much as you can.
I don't think it can ever be completely eliminated. I think that if we come together as a whole, that we can definitely decrease it a lot.
Do you think black people can be racist?
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, from my perspective, as a Latino, anybody can. It's almost like we're eating ourselves alive. Like we start eating yourself. Like I know black people who don't like me because I'm black.
I don't think so. I believe black people are not in a predicament to control another culture's life or outcome of their life, financially, religiously, anyway. So no, I don't think black people can be racist.
If racism is ignorance and racism is like hate towards a race,
Yeah, it has no color.
I feel like it doesn't have no color.
Yeah.
It just have like a bunch of hate. So like, I feel like black person can be racist, Mexican can be racist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's like in one race. You know? It's just,
Yeah. Black people can be racist too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Yes, black people are racist as well, but I don't think we're as harsh as us, other races being racist towards us. I feel like we get it a lot more.
I think that every race can be racist. Yeah.
Oh yeah, me too. Like to be honest, like racist is like it's no color. It's just you having like negligence of knowledge of somebody's culture.
100%.
On that. Yeah, you'd be surprised people don't believe in that. Yeah, I'm like.
I think they say the argument is like, in order to be racist, you have to be in like a place of. You need to be able to like take something away. You need to be in a place of power.
Yeah,
And
that's just like able to weaponize it to me. Like
that's the ability to weaponize it. But like, for example, I know some people who are like, I know some people who are like, I will never date another black person.
Yeah.
And it's because of like they just don't like the look, or even people who are like, I don't like white people.
Oh yeah.
That's racist because you're not giving someone a fair chance to prove themselves to be a good person or not.
Yeah, because like somebody with the same race or color act a certain way, you like, oh, he act like that too.
Yeah, it's like I'm not giving that person a chance simply because I don't like the way they look or their background.
Okay.
And I just don't think that's fair.
A lot of people like just want to see something face values because it's a lot easier. I mean, in my opinion, I think like people just group things because it's just easier and it's just what they know. Because what racism mean to me is like it's just negligence of knowledge of like a whole community.
Absolutely right.
I just think like, in my opinion, I think that everybody a little racist because everybody a little negligent of a community. Yeah.
You're right. I'm glad you're right. That's crazy. Negligence of knowledge.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
Prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against someone of a different race based on the belief that one's own race is superior. The belief that all members of each race possess characteristics or abilities specific to that race, especially so as to distinguish it as inferior or superior to another race or races.
Hey, thank you for watching, and hope y'all give me that likes, and hope you give me that subscribe. Be trying to get 100 subscribers by May 31st. Which is my 1 year anniversary of being making a YouTube and actually doing stuff like that. And yeah. So like, subscribe, ring that bell, and make sure you leave a comment. I want to ask you a question for y'all. I mean, what is racism? What did that mean to y'all? And can we fix it? And do you think black people are racist? Hopefully I get a lot of views from this thing, and hopefully a lot of people watching, and a lot of people get educated for what it is. So y'all have a very good day, y'all have a good night, y'all have a good evening, whatever, and y'all stay real and treat people in our culture with respect as you treat your own people with culture with respect. Citation. Oh yes, make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to get that subscribe, but yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sorry about lack of videos in a month, but yeah. This is one of my education videos that it just came to me when I was making the class. This is my other video that I did for class. I had very fun doing that with my nephew. It's about like a human service stuff. Like it's human motivations included into like one theory, I guess. And yeah, let me know if you like this type of videos, and I will try to get more out. Y'all really support this type of videos. Y'all have a very, very good one. And of course, subscribers, 100 subscribers by May 31st. Please help me there. Please. Y'all have a good one.